Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is really well and had a lovely weekend since I last saw you on Thursday, although you may have caught my Stampin' Around the World video hop video that I put up yesterday on YouTube. So you may see me in between time, but that video definitely wasn't live. So welcome, come in, say hi, whether you're watching here live on Facebook or on my YouTube replay. So my name is Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. So I look after all my beautiful customers here in Australia, and I get to hang out with all my Aussie friends as well as all my friends overseas as well. So I appreciate you all popping in and having some fun crafty time with me. So just give me a second here. I just want to make sure that my I am up and running and I am on mute. Hello Charlotte, how are you? So today, in honor of the sweet sale that we currently have going with Stampin' Up, I have grabbed out a sweet. It's a sweet I've used before, but I really do love it. And I have some leftover kits from my recent team meeting because a couple of people couldn't come. So I thought, ooh, maybe, and that's the original card that I did, so I'll grab that down in a second. But I thought, oh, I wonder what different things I could do with the pieces that I already have. So I have grabbed out it's the Florals in Bloom suite that has the pretty floral stamp set and dies, and it also has, aptly named, the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper. Now I went, oh, I think this would look great with an embossing folder, and I've got an embossing folder that I haven't used yet. So I grabbed out the Corrugated embossing folder, being absolutely sure I can weave that in somewhere on the card. So I've kind of got some things. So I've got, oh, this is a made up one. So this is one piece that we did. I won't use that today, but I can't see why I can't emboss that background. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Hey Jacinta, how are you? So what I'm going to do, if you want to craft along with me and play with your pretty floral set as well, please do. I'm going to flick around. I'm going to grab my original card, turn off the lights, and then I'll be back. Okay, let's just do that. Great. Hopefully we can do this swiftly, and if you hear a voice in the background, I can just hear Owen at the moment. So I normally don't have him home on a Tuesday, but today I do because he had an appointment earlier. Why? No, thank you. I just would like to zoom in. I think that's pretty good. I don't know how I wrangled that so quickly today. I'm just on my live, Owen. No, thank you. I'll close it if you're too loud, but I don't think you will be. Oh, okay. Then please close the door. Thank you for telling me. Apparently he's going to be playing a very difficult game. So, oh, lovely. I am well, thank you, Jacinta. That scrapbook weekend sounds great, and I cannot believe how organised you are packing on Tuesday when the weekend isn't. I assume it does start on Thursday, or does it start on Friday? And my zooming wasn't great. Let me see here. Have I made more No, that's the one I made. And I think I've got 2 more kits, including pieces of paper that are falling out from everywhere. So what I think I will do on Friday, because I've got some Kinzuki things that are also left over, I thought we may play with that. So I have my little package of things here, and pop this back. I have my next little package of things, and we shall see how we go, because I do have the other side of the designer series paper that we can use. Okay, oh dear, I'm on a very, very jaunty angle here, so I am just going to slide this all off. Now, I may not use the designer series paper. Leaving Thursday, fair enough. Okay, you are beautifully organised then. So I'm just pulling this way. We do not need to be on that jaunty of an angle. I've just got to wait for my picture to match up. Okay, we'll see how we go. Sorry, girls. It would be easier if I stood up, but you know, maybe I should do that. Don't think we're going too badly at all. Great, much better. Okay, back in my chair. So let's have a quick look through the designer series paper and see if there is anything else that tickles my fancy other than this, because there are some beautiful designs here. Okay, so this is the one that we have, and this has a little bit of all the flowers on it. I do love that B-side. So then we've got the cloud cover piece, and we've got the same design, so it's the same as, yeah, it's similar but in purple. And I know everyone's going to expect me to use this, but I have to remember I have pinks and oranges that I am trying to go with. Although this may work, because I've got the oranges in there. This may work quite nicely. Oh, but so may this one. What's on the other side? That may actually work even better. I'm going to pull that out. We're back to our purples and our more peach and pink and purple. So the colours we're looking at here, we've got Bubble Bath Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, which is yellow, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, which is that very dark blue, Shy Shamrock, Strawberry Slush, Summer Splash, which is a mid blue, kind of there. Sorry if you can't see it, kind of there. It's an aqua blue, and Timid Tiger. Okay, so I've got these two out, and I don't mind the B-sides on these either, but I kind of would like to, because I've got these obviously, but I use that for this card. So I'm just trying to use something a little bit different, and I think I'm leaning towards this one. Okay, so those ones can just go over there. Do you know, actually, what I might grab is my original piece that I haven't put on the card front yet, because that is all together, and I've paired this all with basic beige. So that doesn't look too bad. Okay, I think I'm definitely leaning towards this, although it may pop a little better on this one because this one is less busy. So tell me if you like the mixed floral or the tulips, or or just to spice things up. So do we like the floral sides or the bee sides? So they're the bee sides, just to show you again, or the florals. Okay, so I'm going to get out a few things here because I do have some things to die cut, which is great, and I've been very, very kind to myself, and those things I'm die cutting, I've already put adhesive sheets on the paper. So where I think I will start, the B side, the left multicolored one. Okay, so this one, but the multicolored Charlotte, because I could do one of each, but yeah, I thought that one worked really well as well. B side, and the strawberry slush or the multicolored Jacinta. So I'm thinking I want to emboss these straight up. Oh, thank you, Roxanne, and welcome, welcome. And do you know what? I could do one of each and have the peach pine timber tiger on one and the strawberry slush and pretty in pink on the other. So I could actually use both. I think that might actually work. And I kind of, I think I might like to make it smaller than what I have here. So use a smaller piece of paper. Very good. I love how decisive you girls are. That's fantastic. Now, I like this going side to side rather than up and down. So going horizontal rather than vertical, because the flowers are vertical. So it gives you a different plane. And then I've got to think which way I put my embossing folder as well. Okay, so I'm happy to cut both of these pieces together. Just let me have a look here. Just need to, new nails, can't pick up anything because I have my nails back. That will work. So I'll do 9. Okay, 9 by, so that's 1.5 centimeters smaller. Okay. I just like to use different sized designer series paper pieces because it just gives the card a very different look, even though I'm using I'll use very similar elements than what I did on the original card. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. yeah, even though I've used similar elements, just by changing sizes and having one flower on each designer series paper, it will just change the whole look. Different background, single flowers, or I can use double of each and add a bit of embossing. So it's just changing a couple of elements can really change a whole card. So there are our two pieces. Now I am going to grab out, do you know, actually what I'm going to grab is one of my dishes here, because they come so in handy. Great. So I want these two pieces. So these will cut the details to our base pieces. Okay, this here, and would you believe I made a card and I have lost a whole packet of embellishments. I have no idea where they are, and my room is actually really quite neat and everything is put away, and I have no idea where these things went. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that off to the side. I've got embossing, which I want to put vertical to match the flowers, and then do some die cutting on these. So let's grab the dies. I didn't even know where I was going, seriously, with these cards, and then I went, oh, I've got leftover bits, let's use those. So I want this piece for the strawberry slush, and I want that piece, or that die, for the timid tiger. Okay. And I don't know that I will actually use a stamp set today. I actually really wanted to, but we shall see. We shall see. Maybe I can use one of them, like this one, as a background. Maybe that might be a bit, maybe a bit busy. But you could certainly use especially the hyacinth as a background piece. Okay, pop this out of the way, pop these over here, and I need to get my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, there we go, and I actually need all my plates, because we will be embossing and cutting. So I think we'll emboss first, and for the embossing I need to take out plate number 2 and our clear plates. Because we have a 3D embossing folder, I'll pull those out, and it does click, so I just try and stop the clicking a little bit. So we've got our grey plate 4 and our plate 1. So I have the, oh God, the name is escaping me now. Corrugated, the corrugated embossing folder, and I can do both of these pieces at once. Now these pieces have been, they have been die cut using the textured notes dies. So I just want to get these as straight as I can. So I don't know how much of that edge perforations we're going to lose. Now it feels like there's like no pressure at all doing this, but trust me, we definitely will have the corrugation. Oh wow, that looks great. And we didn't lose any of our detail. So I definitely cut the shape first with the textured notes and then emboss it. That's perfect. Hey Bev, how are you? Sorry for you, that comment's been sitting there for a little while. Been a little bit busy. So we're just using the Florals in Bloom suite. So we're using the paper, the designer series paper, which is Florals in Bloom. And I was just saying, I'm not sure if we will actually be using the stamp set. Okay, so I can do 2 of these at the same time. Because I've only got 1 die. I could definitely fit all of them on, but I've only got, I don't have 2 each of the dies. So, whoops. Oh, thank you. This one's a little bit more detailed and just requires a little bit more oomph. Let's grab back our dish. Oh, okay. There's 2. I think these ones I'm going to have to keep separate because they have 3 very distinct shapes in them. This, I'll show you which one. I'll turn it over. So these have 3 very distinct shapes. Everything just fell out onto the floor when I dropped that die. Like, yay for cleaning it out, but boo for all the bits being on the floor. Hey Anne, how are you? Good afternoon. From all the way across the ditch. Actually, only one of those pieces was sitting on the floor, so we're fairly safe. Okay, and this these pieces have adhesive sheet on the back, so I just need to peel and stick. So I shouldn't get too gluey with these pieces. Great, and we've already got our greenery. Our greenery is an adhesive sheeted. I don't know if that's a word, but we'll just go with it. That isn't, yeah, we may get a little gluey with that, but we'll live. Okay, great. So that is all our embossing and our die cutting all done. I will just pop these plates out of the way and pop the machine back. We will endeavour to have some kind of order on my desk. We will, you know, it'll end up being a mess. Oh, grocery shopping. Do you know what? We have an Alexandria in Sydney as well, Anne. It's just, I know you're not in Sydney unless you've snuck over here and not told us. Okay, so got our pieces. Now, last time when I made the original and this piece, I did do some blending on the edges, and I actually don't think I'm going to do that this time. They're not going to want to fall out. Oh, this one does. No, I'll just get my tool. Now, remember how a couple of months ago I had a cautionary tale about the blade? I have another cautionary tale about the blade, and I wasn't using it for crafting. I was using it for other purposes. That was warranted for using the blade, but yes, it is very sharp. that is just not going to want to come out. So there we go, there is that one. And I do just need to take all the pieces out of this one, and then I'll assemble the pieces so they are all together. Then I don't lose any pieces. It's never a good thing. Okay, so finish with that die. Put that somewhere safe. It'd be great. Well, it's actually probably cheaper for us to get to you than for us to get to Perth. There we go. I'm not sure about Bev because she's a little further west than me, but for me, I think it's actually cheaper for me to get to you than to get to Perth. Pretty scary, hey? Okay, so let's do these pieces. So as I said, I've taken the big pieces of adhesive sheet and put it on those smaller pieces, and I shall endeavour not to stab myself because I've had enough of that. And then I knocked it yesterday and it started bleeding again, leaving work. So I was stuck in the secure car park without a band-aid, or if I did have a band-aid, my whole handbag would have got blood all over it. So I rang the girl in the office. She's not that girl, she's an amazing lady. And I said, can I please have band-aids in the car park? And she came down, she bought 2. And yeah, we giggled, but yeah. Okay, so to line this up, these lines go on the edge of the perforations. So even though it looks wrong, it actually is really and truly right. So I've got this here, I've got this, oh, I'm not far enough over. That's okay. Right. Maybe if I do it upside down, I don't know why the wrong way or upside down generally does work. It's very bizarre, but it does. Okay. Let me see here, because this does fit like right in there. So that can all just go down a little bit. It just all needs to come down. And of course I've pulled off the original piece, haven't I? Do you know what I actually need? I need my silicone mat. So, because this is glass and I really don't want it to move, because this piece is moving a little bit on me, I can get down in here. I think I've got it. If not, this is going to be close enough. This is going to be our cautionary tale. I think close enough is good enough for this one. And I may be a little bit patient with the second one. We'll see. Okay, so that can go over there. Turn it. I don't need to turn that over. Oh, really? Anne, that's very interesting. How long is the flight between the two? Between Wellington and, I'm assuming Wellington and Auckland. Okay, There we go. So we are upside down, Miss Jane. So I can see here this middle piece like goes right there. And if you can hear someone mowing, it's actually not me, it's the neighbours. Now this is looking a little better. Yeah, they're just getting my colour bond fence. Okay, that's pretty good. So we've got those two together. Oh, I sometimes think they're going to come straight through that fence. Okay, so take the greenery away. I need my other take your pick tool. And these Timid Tiger pieces do have, okay, so I'm just going to try to get our friends together. Oh, no, these two go together and these two go together. So then what I can do is work these pieces out. So that one's the smallest one. And then this one, let's see. This one is actually this one. I think it can possibly go on both, but no, that's okay. I got it all sorted, easy as. Great, let's get moving with these. I can just go over there. Just trying to lift this edge, but not on the edge, if that makes sense. I'm trying not to stab myself. Haha, she got it. Actually, that wasn't too bad at all. Okay, so this one is this one. Now I did finish this off with Winker Stella on the original card, so you'll need to tell me if I should repeat that, because it does add a pretty little amount of shine. And I did also, I think, maybe I did blend some with the matching colours, but I'm not today. I'm just trying to do these just a little bit differently. Kind of pick up the rubbish. Okay. And let's match these up. And you know, Owen says, close the door, Mum. I'm probably going to be really loud. He's actually not. You would fly out of Dunedin. It takes about 2 hours. And from Queenstown to Sydney is 3.5. Yeah. And it is actually quicker because it's about a 5-hour flight to Perth. So, yeah. Okay. Those two are done. 4 more to go. I know this is tedious, but I promise you it's going to be worth it, because I really should be using my normal scissors that are an extension of my hand, and it would make life easier because I'm using my normal tool. And look at that. I just dropped that in the most perfect spot. Yeah, so that's pretty much flying to Perth as well. But you wouldn't have, you've got a layover in between. Yeah, even though you're my next door neighbour, my New Zealand geography is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay. Now that I'm using the right tools for the right job, we're actually speeding up. God, can you hear the leaf blower now? Very loud. Why does everyone want to do all their loud things while I'm live? Don't my neighbours know that I have a standing date with all you lovelies? So who has taken advantage of this sweet sale? So basically it is, if you buy a whole suite, you get the second suite 50% off. So the one of lesser value you get at 50% off. But if you didn't want the whole suite, I don't own the whole Florals in Bloom suite, you can also get suite products. So buy one, get the second 50% off. So you can just say you want to buy the stamp set and the ribbon or the embellishments, you can do it that way. See, Bev, you're as, oh my God, where am I going? Yay, Bev, I'm glad you've taken advantage of it. That's awesome. It's great when we've got a good sale. That's not just on the bigger items, it's also on the smaller items as well, which kind of makes it everyone can play along. Okay. Roughly there. Okay, that is all that done. Now I am going to attach. So we've got our one. No, now we've got 1, 2, 3. So they are all different. Yes, they are all different. And we are going to put dots of glue, a teeny dot of glue, on these. So you can see we just get a little look at the greenery. We pretty much have a guide because you can just see a dot on the piece. So I'm going to put this one here. Okay. I could probably pull it down a little bit. Let's see if I can do that. Probably not. Okay, I'm just going to push this one to the side. Going to grab this one here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this one in underneath. So you have that one there. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your husband is in hospital. So I could go landscape for this one. I know that then. Oh, no. And then that just, and I could put both bunches next to each other. So I think we're going to end up possibly with landscape cards today because I'm combining all the bits for, I'm just combining the bits. I'm still going to end up with 2 cards, but just doing it landscape because rather than mixing the florals, we're going to have one type of floral on each card. So I do hope your hubby is recovering. Okay, glue. I need these around the right way. So I just want to put that one off to the side because that one is our last one. So I put the left and the right on first because it doesn't matter which way it goes, but I do like the middle one being the prominent one rather than the way I did it here. So just teeny tiny dots. Okay, so I'm going to go, I'm not quite on. Take 2 with this one. So I just literally place it on. Just a couple of seconds to attach. Then I do this one. And then, oh dear, my finger's sticky. And then I am going to flip that up where, of course, it stuck to my finger. I need a little bit more glue. And I'm going to pick this up with the take your pick tool and just slide it. Just got to get it on the right angle here. Slide it right there. Done. So I think I will use some dimensionals under these flowers. But don't they look cute side by side? Okay, so now I want to, that's panel 1. And then I have these 2 pieces to attach with our strawberry slush. Now, I did say I was doing certain things certain ways, and I ended up not doing that because I was doing these vertically to match the vertical nature of the flowers. Now, this one, I think I still will do vertically, and I'll have them together. Okay, so these ones, they're not actually really stems, but I am going to use them as stems. So what I kind of want to do here, I'm just going to see if it works. Kind of want this leaf up. Let's see. Yes, I can do it. Okay, so that's one. Kind of like how that leaf is just up on top of the flower there. And let's do the other one. I think I'm finished with that dish now. I do need to put some dots or something on the bottom of it so this doesn't make horrible sounds on the glass. Hey Brenton, how are you? Congratulations Brenton on your beautiful grandson. He is just adorable. So much fun being a grandparent. I think we spoke about this last week when he was still waiting to arrive. Okay, great. So that is our second one. I think I can remove my silicone mat now, just because it's now annoying me. Okay, so let's check out. We are doing sentimentless cards. So I think just both of these together, like so, is really cute. And then these next to each other. So this was my original design. And we're just changing it up. So I want one flat, one up, where I want all of these dimensional. So let's get that organized. And then I think this will come together quite well. What are we? Half an hour. I'm not doing too badly for the amount of assembly that I actually had to do. I think we're doing good. So the people that own these, have you had fun with these? Have you used both the stamps and the dies? I need to go in and use the stamps again as well, because they are lots of fun to use. Okay, so I just want to put glue, and I don't really want to put a whole lot of glue on this because we've got slits in the cardstock. So if we put on too much glue, the glue will ooze through the slits, and that's just not going to be pretty at all. Okay, so just going to grab a block and just hold that on there for the moment because it is going on an embossed piece. Where's my tool? Not that tool. I've got all the take your pick tools. Oh, are the parents letting you get what are you? Are you Poppy, Granddad, Pa? What does he call, or what will he call you when he can speak? Yes, Bev has 4 beautiful grandchildren. Okay, so I like that this one's angled one way, and then this one, just like that. I like that, the different, oh, I didn't put any glue. Oh, you're a silly ning nong. Okay, we can do this. So, can we? Maybe I do need the silicone mat back. Just to, there we go. It's not sliding anywhere now. Okay, and flip this over, hold it down. No one ever knew. Your grandpa. Oh, I love that. I'm Nonna and Bev is Nan. Sorry, Bev, I'll out you here. You can kill me later. No, that's the best, being grandparent. I get to do Nonna taxi tonight for my granddaughter. So we get to hang out for about 20 minutes while I drive her to one of her lessons. Oops, I just dropped my corrugated piece. Charlotte, you are so right. So right, both ends. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because it's not my own child. Unless you're babysitting. If you're babysitting, it is an issue because you're the one that has to clean it up. But if they're just visiting, you just pass the baby back, clean yourself up, and then hopefully the parent cleans the rest up. Ah, that's funny. I saw a photo of my grandson from 3 years ago when he was so little and squishy. And he's not little and squishy. He popped over the other night. He was actually didn't even want to talk to me, which was fine. I think he was tired, ready for dinner and bath and bed. He's been recovering from some sickness, so I can't blame him for being a little grumpy. Okay, must remember, also need to put glue on these pieces, but I just want to get an idea of where I would like these to go. I kind of like, please, please excuse me. We are all something different. That is actually really, really fun. That we are all just different names. And I know my two grandchildren, one of their grandparents, is not a traditional name at all. It's a made-up name, which is fine. So I chose something because I have Italian heritage. I chose something that honoured that and wouldn't, the other grandparents wouldn't choose. And I kind of went that way. Oh, I need to hold this on. So what are we thinking so far about these? I think I do need Winker Stella. I just can't help myself. Okay, that's stuck down. That only took a couple of seconds. I got my Winker Stella here. I need my take your pick tool hook out of the Crafters Editions. Glue. Glue. 1 and 2. You don't need much, just enough for it to stick. Oh, maybe these aren't quite. They're just going to overlap. But I do like that they go out of bounds on the pieces as well. Okay, so let's now see what these pieces look like on the designer series paper that we have chosen out of the Florals in Bloom. So this was that we decided to use B-sides. Oh, this one really does need a sentiment across here, doesn't it? So I like that. That works really well. And then I have this one that also works really well. And I even have my card bases on Nanny. That's what, oh, well, my grandmother was Nanny and my mum's Nana. Oh, Stewie's Pa, yeah. David's Poppy. So we both, well, David actually didn't care. So we bullied him into being Poppy. Okay, so maybe I just want to be a little bit more. Ah, there we go. It's not quite being so open. Do you know what? I think I want to put this on Timid Tiger. That is way too washed out. Way too washed out. So I don't mind changing out the card bases because they're just card bases. Let me have a look here. I know this is just a piece. Oh, that so much better. So much better. Doesn't that pop? Okay, so let's trim this down. I don't even think I need to try another color here. So 10.5. There we go. Another piece of scrap. It's okay. My scraps will end up at the side. Oh, really? That surprises me, Charlotte, because the traditional Italian is nonna and nonno. But David never would have chose nonno. He has Scottish roots. So, okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, grab my bone folder again. Oh, thank you, Jacinta. I just looked at it and went, oh no. Where it may work, so sorry. Got a phone call. I think I know who it is too, but It could either be that my car is ready to be picked up, or it could be that David put in a piece of luggage for repair that wasn't very old. We only bought it earlier this year, and one of the straps is already really frayed. So yeah, and they said, oh yeah, we'll get back to you in 5 business days. I reckon 3 weeks later we still haven't heard from them, and went, oh, we haven't heard from them. So yeah, that isn't straight. It's either you go completely ajar, or that'll do. Okay, I do like that. I do. Okay, now let me grab that card base for this one, and you can see this one works because, oh no, there's glue on there. That's okay. This one works because we've got a more solid coloured background. Isn't it different? Okay, so do we actually need sentiments, or do I just need embellishments? Just while I am gluing these down, I think it's either, well, you know, embellishments kind of go hand in hand. This is me after all. Yeah. So I like the bigger mat. Oh, this is magnetized. I do like the bigger mat on these cards than my original. Interesting, isn't it? That's not too shabby. That's just going to have to stay as it is. I think we're going flat. I think I've got enough dimension. Okay. There was something on my embossing folder. I thought there was. How bizarre. I have no idea what it was because I've never actually used it before. Okay, I definitely have lines. I can go off here, but it's not helping me that these dimensionals are wanting to grab. So we've got kind of 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. Okay, they're not perfect, but just want to at least kind of get it straight. Okay, happy with that. Next. No, okay, you can't decide about the timid tiger. Yeah, I can't decide either. Okay, so this one we just embellished. That is easy peasy. I can do that. So we've got a couple of dimensionals here that I need to be a bit mindful of. Pick up, move along. That's better. And I love the corrugated detail. It just, it's subtle, but it's really, really pretty. You just need to pop this down a little bit. Okay, let's have a look at some embellishments. So I have peach pie here and I have pretty in pink, but it's the wrong pretty in pink. No, it's just not going to work. Okay, so I do have the pearls. So we have strawberry slush and the timid tiger here. I do have pretty in pink in these ones. And I do have Pretty in Pink in the flat pearls. Or do I... No, those ones won't work. Or I can go for... No, that's Petal Pink. That's not going to work. Or I could use a metallic or a plain pearl. Or our antique pearls. These ones are a bit cute. These are the starburst sequins. Like the white ones may work with this one. But then it's adding more detail because you've got like the corrugated detail in those. Got those. I think I'm going to leave it with these ones. Pull them off. Okay. It will be what sentiment? It's got dead space in the middle. I know what you're saying, Bev, and I'm getting cold now in this room because I've lost all the air conditioner because of Owen, which is fine. It's fine. I have no issues. It's just I'm sitting here going, oh, I'm cold. Just thinking a little hello would fit nicely there, but I can't stamp it on, so it'd like be on a circle or my favorite punch, which is the Labeled with Love. Is that still current? I think I'm going to have to do, because I could make it smaller and it's just a little bit more labeled, and it should come up. Yes, the Label with Love punch and dies are still current. So if I put the hello that way, then I could just make it a short punch. That'd be perfect. And we have to use Timid Tiger, I think, on Peach Pie. Okay. Timid Tiger ink and Peach Pie cardstock. Whoops. Would you believe I only have a huge piece of scrap that I seriously can't get out? Okay, so that can go there, this can go here. Let's get this on a block. On a block. Punch can go out of the way for the moment. Let me come back to you girls. Are you approving of my thoughts? I hope so. If it looks terrible, we can try something else. Punch that way. Okay. So I need to stamp about there. Okay, so the stamping looks great. Did I? Yes, I put my finger in it. Okay, so what I am going to do is go about there, dispose of the excess paper. So what I do now is I pop this back in and I make sure I just get it to where I would like. I think I want it a touch lower. Whoops. touch higher. No, it's always, oh, it's not quite right. Oh, perfect. So I think that will work perfectly right there. Oh, yeah. I think that looks great. I don't know where my other piece is. And what I might like to do is just to highlight the edges a little bit. I'm just going to dip this in the ink pad just so it stands out from the card. Okay, so so you can see the edges will fade back like the hello has. Yes, cute, great, wonderful. I was kind of going where you girls were going, yeah, that's not quite right. And the label with love punch for the win. I must say, I do love using that punch. Now, who stole my scissors? Because they are not back where they should be. I really have lost my scissors. Yeah. No idea. They shall. I just stabbed myself. See, this is why I use my scissors. Okay, just one of these in the middle should be plenty after I've stabbed myself. At least this is tiny, unlike the width of the blade. Okay. So I like this hanging off the edge a little bit because it gives you enough of a difference away from the flowers. Okay, so thinking I really need to go with either the Darling Duckling, because the Darling Duckling is in the background of this. So we could definitely go with the Darling Duckling. And I think I just need a couple, like nothing crazy. And we've got 3 different sizes on these. And then just one down here. So I've just bought, that's that piece. So I've just brought that yellow in from the background to the front. Oh, and took them. Yes, Bev, I've actually got someone to blame because Louisa and David have gone gallivanting off to work. Okay, so do you know what? We probably could do a little hello there, but we're not going to. Okay, so these ones work well. Now, I think I do need to wing Stella. That's going to be our final little piece. And maybe not. No, not there. Maybe just here. Thinking I need a couple up there as well. So one just off here. And then one just here. Yes, that works really nicely. So this is, so we use the Darling Duckling and the Strawberry Slush. So we've stayed with the colours, and these are the flat pearls, the in colour flat pearls. So we didn't use the others. They can just go in there. And I do actually, no one has run off with my Winker Stella, which is great. And what I always do with my Winker Stella is I give it a shake. Thank you, Jacinta. And we've still got a little bit of bling to go. So, just all I do is just go down the perforation lines. So it just gives a little bit of a highlight. So it's not like in your face or anything like that. I haven't done a glitter bomb. It's just little pretty details. And I'm just trying to not miss any places on the way around. I think I got everything there, and obviously I'm only going to do what is seen on here. Okay, so that is that one. Let's see if I can try and very slowly see if I can get a little bit of winking. Okay, now I will do these ones, and I'm very happy that I've used all the same products, well, except for the addition of a different sentiment and a punch, but essentially the same products, and I've got two totally different cards using the same die cut. So I just love that I can grab out a card kit that wasn't used and create different cards. So you've got to look at your supplies a little bit differently sometimes, just to get something a little different. Okay, so this is this one. I will quickly go through what we have used, and it is all in the Florals in Bloom suite, but there are additional products. So the products I have used out of the suite are the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper. So we use those from the background. Then I didn't use the pretty Florals stamp set, but it is available. But I did use the dies. So I'm going to pop back the dies. So we use these two, the greenery and the two flower details. And I use those with adhesive sheet. I also added in the corrugated embossing folder. So I added that in. That was chosen at the start. I found my scissors. Ta-da! The Simply Said stamp set, which I use all the time. So many great sentiments, and it's only a $30 stamp set. If you don't have this, you need this. Thank you, Charlotte. And I use the Labeled with Love punch, and for that final bit of shimmer I have used the In Color Flat Pearls and Winker Stella. So thank you so much for joining me, whether you are here live on the or on the replay. Please make sure you tell me which one's your favorite. Do you like the pink card or do you like the orange card? So tell me and I will see who the winner is. Oh, and by the way, this was the original card that these pieces came from. So you can see we've got three totally different cards. So yeah, it's amazing. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm glad you like these cards because Karen made the original with me. at my team meeting. So have a great couple of days. I will be live on Thursday, same time, 12 noon on YouTube. If you would like to join me live, if not, it will be there on the replay. I know, I love them both too, Anne. It's hard for me to choose between my children, which are my cards. So stay safe, be well, and I will see you in a few days. Bye.